Looking for employment during coronavirus? Stay tuned. I've got your back with 7 things that you can do to try and make your employment search easier. Number 1 is keep applying, which I know sounds silly, but the reality is that there are people who are looking for people to fill positions, and a lot of companies are just trying to figure out how to pivot their way into doing things online. And so the bigger the organization, the more time that takes. And so in the meantime, you can be doing things like trying to figure out how you're going to do an application online. And what I mean by that is like interviews online and things like that. So you could be practicing how you would do that, say, on your cell phone or on a webcam, just so that you can practice what that would be like instead of doing it in front of a mirror. Because that's what I would normally tell a client is practice your interview skills in front of the mirror. So, just trying to figure out what that process would look like online. This also means give your potential employers that you're applying to a little bit of extra time to get their stuff together and to give them a little bit more time instead of following up as quickly as you normally would. That's a big one. Number 2. Now, although this sounds very similar to the first one, embrace applying online. And what I mean by that is spend some time with your LinkedIn account. Now is the time to go and update what you have on your LinkedIn account and really try and use that as an option to start seeking out employment opportunities. One of the things I tell people often is look at the places that you want to apply for. Mind you, don't do this until you've actually updated your profile. But once you've figured out what your profile, what you want it to look like, go and look at the jobs that you want to be working for and take a look at who their HR representatives are. Then what you want to do is search them up and look at their profiles. This is what I like to refer to as guerrilla style application process. And so what happens is they get a notification saying somebody looked at their profile when you go and look at theirs. And then this is a way for them to go and seek you out if they are interested. It's a little bit of a reverse process on applying for a job, but, weirder things have happened. So why not give it a try? Number 3 is broaden your scope. So maybe you've been looking at a really niche type situation or a niche market that you've been wanting to get involved in. Now's the time to really think about how you could expand that and be looking at other job opportunities in a much broader way. Now is not the time to be looking for your dream job as your next job. What you're really looking for is your next stepping stone. And then look for the one after that that's going to be. This is a really uncertain time for all of us, and we really need to let go of maybe some of the ideas we had about finding our next perfect job. And really, this is just about finding employment for the time being. Number 4 is stay in touch with your old employer. Now, a lot of people have gotten laid off because of COVID, and the reality is that their employers do want to hire them back. They're just not aware that that's what their employers are intending. Some employers don't even tell you that that's what they're thinking. But the reality is that our government really wants people to be rehired by the same people who laid them off in the first place. So make sure you're keeping in touch with your previous employer or previous employers because somebody may need the help. And like I said, this next job is not about the job. It's about the next one that's a stepping stone to the perfect career. So for the meantime, stay in touch with those old contacts because you never know who they know. Number 5 is learn a new skill. There's a bunch of different websites like Coursera, for example, that are using opportunities for people to do things online for free and expand their skill set. And then you might have to pay for your certificate at the end, but otherwise the course is completely free. You might as well take the opportunity to brush up on some skills in the middle of all of this. And even some universities are providing free courses. So why not go out and see what else you can do to try and expand your skill set? There might have been something that you've been wanting to do for a while and you haven't had a chance to do it, and now you do. So, this might be a good opportunity to balance the job search with actually enhancing some of your skills. Keep in touch with the news, especially the local news, because who knows what employment there's available because we need people working the front lines right now. There's a lot of essential workers who are going to end up getting burnt out and they're going to be looking for more people to fill in their position. So keep an eye out if you're interested in working during this time. There's lots of things that are going to pop up. It's just that people are slow to make that happen. And number 7, probably the most important point, is be realistic. One of the things that I tell my clients on a regular basis, and this is during a non-corona period, is that it's reasonable to look for 5 jobs a week. So look for 5 postings in a week. That's 1 posting a day. And even more so, now that we're in the middle of this pandemic, it's probably more realistic that you do something like 3. You might not even find 5. So stop being so hard on yourself and do the best you can with what you have, and have a little faith and a little gratitude, and work on what you can, and eventually something is going to come through, because with every passing day, things are getting closer to being more normal. I want to thank you for stopping by today. If you have any comments, I welcome them below in the comments section. If you'd like to reach out to me, you can contact me at video@sarahghorsford.com. You can also find out more about me at www.sarahghorsford.com. And please subscribe if you like the content that you've been seeing. I definitely welcome any feedback, because I would love for you to ask me some questions so that I can provide better content for you and know what it is that you guys are looking for. In the meantime, please take care of yourself and each other.